How's it going, everyone? It's Gavin from Balls to You, and I get loads of questions regarding eggs, and eggs in particular being incubated. There seems to be, obviously, with a lot of people, which is understandable, first clutch for that first time and you put it in that incubator, you all seem to panic. Again, I understand. However, I do these videos to try and help you guys, to reassure you guys that if you do it this way, the way that I've done it, if you choose to do it another way, I can't help you, and I mean this with the greatest respect. I will struggle to help you because I don't incubate in that way, so I can't really help you when you ask me questions. Do these eggs look okay to you? So moving forward, what I'm going to talk about is how eggs look, what they look like when I do them, and how I incubate my eggs in the incubator. And again, there's more than one way to skin a cat, guys, and again, I keep saying, you know, you haven't got to do my way. I just do it the idiot proof way, and what I mean by that is, as I've explained to people over the weekend at the Doncaster show, if I do something wrong, then I will be kicking myself because, you know, I did that and, you know, it was my fault. If I do it so that nothing can really go wrong regarding the way I've incubated, then whatever does go wrong is down to nature or the embryo or the egg or the baby, what have you. It's nothing I've done as a person, if that makes sense. So the idea behind what I'm going to show you now is we're going to do an egg watch video, and we're going to look at some eggs through incubation. Different times are due to hatch at different periods. But again, what I want you guys to take from this is exactly how I do it, and the reason why I do it this way, because again, it's idiot proof, and if I can do it, any of you guys can do it. Okay, so hold on there, I'll grab a clutch of eggs. Okay, let's look at this clutch. First thing you guys need to pay attention to is how many eggs are in that container. Now again, I've showed how I do these incubation tubs. I'll use what's called a WAM shoebox. They come in a pack of 3. They're roughly, if you were to ask me what literage, I would say they're roughly a 9 litre. Again, it's spelt W-H-A-M, WAM, and you can Google that and you can see for yourself. So I use these, and again, the tops aren't sealed, it just clips either end, okay? And either end here, as you can see here, you see how the condensation around this little hole here is missing. That's because that's telling me air is coming through there, and if you look at the position where the hole is, it's not at the top, it's not at the bottom, it's roughly, it's a little bit above halfway. And again, I've got another one this side here, which you can't really see. There we go, just there, and that just allows for a tiny amount of airflow. Again, these lids do not seal tightly, but they are better than a 9 litre really useful tub. I see a lot of people using them. That will just lose your humidity out of there rapid. Okay, so these are due to hatch in about 7 days. So again, you can see they're starting to dimple down. Okay, now I'll show you a clutch which isn't that old, which hasn't got in the incubator, and you'll see they're a lot more fuller. And the other thing I want you guys to pay attention to is all the condensation. Okay, it's all on the lid, it's all inside. That's because the babies are moving around, and actually what's in here now is it's warmer in here than it is inside the incubator. Okay, that's why you're getting condensation, because the babies that are moving around producing heat, hence why it gets warmer in here. That's why I say to you guys, when you set an egg box up and you follow someone's method, whether it be mine or someone else's who have been doing it years, follow it to the T, because they know exactly at what stage you know, things should look, or how things should look, should I say, and exactly what to expect. So I use vermiculite. Okay, a lot of people say they can't get it. Not being funny, guys, try harder. It's at every garden centre, B&Q in the UK, Home Base in the UK. I'm not sure about in the States, but I can tell you, you just Google vermiculite, you'll find it. A lot of people say they've looked for it, but they haven't, because it's readily more available than Hatch Right. So if you can find Hatch Right, which is in reptile shops, I'll guarantee you go to any flower or home garden centre, you will find vermiculite. So vermiculite, I'd basically wet that down. I don't use a ratio, I just wet it down, and then I use an egg crate. As you can see, this is just a piece of plastic. There's different types. I use a pond filter type, which is a black type, which is here, and this comes in a big sheet, and again you'll get this from most pond shops. Okay, this is what they sit the filters on. This comes in a massive sheet, and all I do is cut it down, so obviously, as you can see, it fits in. This white stuff I won't be using anymore, because I prefer this, just because it's thicker and it raises the eggs up off the vermiculite vermiculite a lot more, so I do prefer this type. So again, those in the UK, look for a pond or a fishery place where they do filters and what have you for ponds, and you will certainly find a big sheet of this. I'll wet the vermiculite so there's no ratio, but it's very wet in there. Okay, then obviously I place the eggs on top of a plastic gauze, as you can see, or an egg crate, or whatever you want to call it. And again, you can see I use pegs just to stop the eggs from rolling. At this stage, because the eggs are starting to dimple in, the eggs aren't likely to roll. Okay, as you can see, that one's stuck together nice and tight, which is good. So I now know in about 4 days that'll just simply pop apart. So I can take these pegs out, because they ain't going to give me no issues no more. So again, that's how eggs look like in my incubation box, the way I do it towards the end of the hatching date, so towards day 55. Let's look at another clutch. Loads of condensation, as you can see. What I tend to do is lift up one end, let all the water flow down and just drip off back in. Now look at these. These are due on the same day. Not so many eggs this time. Okay, however, we've still got condensation on the sides. Okay, as you can see, and again, when I've taken the top off, water has fell down on top of the eggs. I don't stress about that, because at this stage they're only due in about 7 days, so again, it's not a major issue. Again, I wouldn't want water, just to be on the safe side, on top of my eggs. Early stages, towards the late stages, it's not going to be a big deal, guys. Okay, so again, I'm going to look at these, and that one just quickly popped apart dead easy. And again, that one's a bit tighter, so I'm going to leave that one. Yeah, I'm going to leave that one as well. So normally what I do when I have a as you guys know, I always, as they lay is how they stay. I put them in the incubator box, as you can see, let them incubate, and closer towards the time I'll start to just peel them away and just put them down. So we're talking day 50, something like that. I should be able to pull these apart, put them down, just in case this one decides to cut into this egg, or vice versa, this one over here, just so it doesn't, you know, it's not cutting into another egg, drowning itself, and then the embryonic fluid in this egg is all going down and this egg starts to dry. It's just a procedure that it's just me, guys. Better to be safe than sorry. Okay, so again, as you can see, these eggs do look different to the first clutch of eggs I've showed you. Okay, and they're due on the same day. So look, not much condensation, a little bit there, but nothing major on the lid. These are about 30 days away. Now look how plump these eggs are, guys, because of how much humidity is in there, and I can feel the humidity coming off there now. These are just straws that occasionally I'll use to pin the eggs, very similar to the pegs that I use. But now, as you can see, we've not got hardly any condensation at all in here. Again, this is 30 days left to hatching, and as you can see, these eggs are nice and plump. This is how they mainly go. A lot of mine tend to start off like standard eggs, and then as they, like, I don't know, about 10 days in, something like that, they'll start to plump out. That's because the eggs are absorbing the moisture that's in there, which is fantastic, which is what we want. I saw a lot of pictures, let's say 10 days in, and the eggs were shriveled up more so than the first clutch I showed you guys. Okay, so again, if you do it this way, if you send me a message, I can obviously help you and advise you how they should look at that particular stage. However, if you do it another way, guys, because I don't do it that way, I can't really help you. Okay, I can advise you, but I would like to say most of the time I see the issue comes from the lack of humidity that's in the egg box, due to the fact that they've either got too much of an air leak, so all the humidity is coming out, or they haven't got enough water to create that high humidity. Really needs to be sitting between the 90 and 100% humidity, guys. I'll be perfectly honest with you. And again, as you can see with my egg boxes, there's no thermometer, no temperature gauge, no humidity gauge, nothing. It's just literally, this is how I've done it for years, and this is the success I have, and this is how I do it. Okay, hope this helps, guys. But before I go, I'm going to throw in a little bit of bonus footage. I see at the minute you guys are enjoying the bonus footage, which I've started doing this year. So let's take a look at a bit of a bonus footage. So I got asked over the weekend if I will be hatching any blue-eyed leucistics. Well, here is your answer, guys. This is one I didn't do a cutting video on, but I wanted to show it, being as it was a little clutch, as a bit of a bonus video. And what we have in here are two beautiful blue-eyed leucistics. He wants to hide, so we've got one in there. And another one in there, bless him, hiding somewhere. There he is. So obviously when these guys are ready to come out themselves, I'll do a clean-up video. Blue-eyed leucistic, this is Blue's clutch. Blue was a real stunning blue-eyed leucistic that I produced about 2 years ago. He went to a beautiful home, Martin, a great guy. However, he decided to get out of the hobby, and he wanted Blue to go to a good home. So Blue came back here, and he's been absolutely amazing. He's so awesome, and this is his clutch. What we have here, obviously, two blue-eyed leucistics. Now, he was bred to a lesser female, so what we could have a combination of a super lesser, or it could be a Cosmo Harvey lesser, which is obviously giving us the blue-eyed leucistic. Obviously, we'll have a look a bit closer to the time when they're due to come out, obviously, or when they're ready, should I say, and we'll have a look, see if we can see any difference between the two. I don't think we will, but we can always have a look. Okay, there's the other one. So there's a little bit of bonus footage for you guys. Two stunning blue-eyed leucistics going to come out in the next few days, so I'll keep you guys posted. Okay, everyone, hope you're well. Again, guys, thanks for all your support. I just want to say a massive thank you to everyone who came to the Doncaster showroom, came and just said hello, said thank you for the videos, just wanted to come and show the face, not necessarily to buy snakes, but for those of you who did buy snakes, thank you very much. It was just overwhelming. I sold out. Well, actually, I'll tell a lie, I came back with one animal, which is out of 24 animals. I'm just gobsmacked, guys. So thank you all, and again, thanks for all your support. Make sure you keep coming and telling me how you're liking the videos. If you want any videos doing in the future, don't be afraid to say, just ask, and I can always put it to the list. But again, thanks for all your support, guys. Take care, and I'll speak to you guys soon.